So welcome to the Andrew Spence Studios here. This is my control center. This is kind of where I'm controlling all my programs from at the moment. This is the Novation 49SL Mark II. It's a very cool keyboard because, as you can see, with all these knobs and buttons and potties, then you can actually control the parameters of plugins in Logic or Pro Tools, Digital Performer, Reason or Ableton. The programs I use in very cool because the creativity can be kept flowing by just being in one central space. Then we move over to some of my secret weapons. I'm going to show you this very quickly because I don't want you to find out how I'm doing it. There we are. Oh, that was it? No, really, I'll tell you. This is a really cool EQ. As you can see, that's the EQP 200B from Summit Audio. This little baby is incredible. What a sound. It's got tubes in there. I use that a lot for mixing, mastering. One of my potential secret weapons there. Then we have at the top then a Logic solid state SSL 4-channel microphone preamp. Very cool. And something that's very interesting over here. Just switched to this. This is called the Universal Audio Apollo. Well, up until recently I've been using the DigiDesign 192s. Used to have 3 192 interfaces. And changed to the Apollo at the moment. Wow. Very interesting. Takes things to the next level. Because the Apollo has shown you exactly in your mixes where improvement is needed. So that's so accurate. You're working in millimeter steps right now with the Apollo, and what a great sounding interface. So another aspect of the studio that's very interesting is the Multimax. This is the Multimax. So as you can see, the Multimax controls the monitors, the speakers, the 5.1 stereo through this, and directly on my little control panel here, the Multimax. I can switch between the 5.1, which is here, the main speakers, the downmix, stereo, mono, and listen to all these different combinations through my wonderful monitoring setup here. First of all, through the big speakers. I don't know whether you can see that one. That is a wonderful speaker. That is an ATC 100, refurbished by one of the best guys in the business. I'll remember his name and I'll tell you it because he's a great guy. Then we've got some Adams here used for orchestral mixing. And my favorite, absolute favorite, are Quested monitors here for the small picture. Love the Quested monitors. Just check out Quested. If anybody asks me, it's Quested. Okay, and that's how the monitors and the whole studio look like. I must say we do have a really very good balanced sound in this studio. We really got lucky in as much as that the frequencies, the bass, the trebles, everything can be mixed to full capacity in the studio, and it sounds great anywhere, whether it's in the car, radio, boombox, MP3 player, whatever. And as everybody knows out there, we're lucky that we actually managed to get that happening in here. So that's a great aspect of this studio. And of course, we feel very confident when we're mixing in this studio that it sounds so good. Yeah, got some old analog gear. This is great. This is the Yamaha CS1X, one of my favorite absolute fat analog sounds in the studio. Of course, we've got some surround speakers for the 5.1 picture here. Here's going towards the back of the studio. We do 5.1 surround mixing here too. So this is an important aspect. Actually, these surround speakers are actually Behringer. But you know what? They're the new Truth B3031A series. And they've got this wonderful Kevlar speaker in there. And then they've got this different type of tweeter in there. I forget what they call that now. That's ribbon tweeter. Yeah, that's what it is. A ribbon tweeter. Sounds really good. Wouldn't use them for any kind of main mixing, but for the rear speakers in the 5.1, very good sound. Compare them to lots of speakers that were much more expensive, like 2-3 times as expensive. Adams, for example. These hold up really good. to some of the lower end Adams speakers. But as I say, I only use them for the back, just for the 5.1 picture. Nothing like the expensive monitors that I was showing you earlier in the picture. So here's the big picture. Helps if you throw a little bit of light on it, I guess. There we have the 52-inch screen up there. Then we've got a circle of 360 for the 5.1 monitors there at the back. That's for the let's say the smaller 5.1 picture there. But measured and sounds great. Works really well. Sounds really great in the theatre too. There's the back of the studio. You know, just a little bit more light on it. You see what's going off back there. We can use that stage back there for up to, I think, what did we have, like 5 musicians on there once. I like to be close to the performing musicians. I don't like to shut them away in a booth, even though we have a booth. I'd even take a little bit of sound, noise into that, only very minor, but just to be near to the musicians, to be able to almost touch them, communicate with them on a very, I just think that's so important for capturing the sound of music. Then we have the place where we can all relax a little bit here. Some of the different projects we've been working on all around here. That was a fun movie. That was a great fun movie. And then here we have our famous booth. Sounds okay, but as I say, I like to record closer to the musicians. So here we have the use of a great piano. This is a Yamaha Grand Piano G3. Kind of available to be played whenever we need that. So this is how the piano is going to sound. I'm not sure if the telephone is going to pick it up. Sounds. I hope it sounds okay. Pretty cool. Okay, that's a Neumann microphone. That's the tube transistor hybrid. Really cool sounding microphone. That's just one of many microphones that we've got. Of course, there's a whole array of percussion instruments too. All kinds of exotic percussion instruments that we can actually use. We've actually lots of percussion instruments. Well, it's important, to get the different sounds. All these great sounds. Yeah, even baby pianos. Look at this one here. Yeah, so here we have a fantastic mellotron. This is a modern day version of the old late 50s, early 60s model. Sounds great. Uses analog tapes inside, as they always did in those days to get these great sounds. Very exotic.